Hey Sean, I have been sitting here for 3 hours waiting for the cable guy. I'm moving, as you know, so I've been packing all day, and one of the big things on the list today was he was coming to clean some stuff out and pick up all the equipment. And it reminded me of that time when you moved into your new apartment and the cable guy blew you off completely. Remember how mad you were? I'm not going to lie. At the time, I thought, what's the big deal? And now I'm sitting here and I know exactly what the big deal is. It is so frustrating. However, it really got me thinking about the proposal I sent to you for your 16-month plan. And I gotta say, I was really happy that you asked me to help you out because we've known each other a really long time. And your involvement in that department was what made it a huge success. Now true, I was considered upper management and you're considered middle management, but that is completely a midway speak. Between you and me, I couldn't have done it without you. You were an integral part of the success. It was team effort, and that's exactly what's going to happen now. Now, the thing about moving that is so similar is that transition happens for everybody. And it really got me thinking. I've got my list, we're going to make a list. I've got my plan, we're going to make a plan. And then you know what? Things are going to interrupt it. Like the cable guy. But also, as I've been sorting through my stuff and throwing stuff out and keeping stuff, it really made me think that that's exactly what you need to do when you're doing a corporate makeover. So during this presentation, there are about 3 things that we're really going to talk about. 1, I want to make sure that you have a pocket for all of your thoughts and goals. That's very important. 2, I want to make sure that we are targeting and zoning in on how you think so that we can come up with a program that makes you excited to do it and communicates the way you communicate. And number 3, I want to make sure that you give yourself a break. Things happen on the way, and you just have to be prepared for that. We're not in a race. We're here to make some changes in you that make you feel good as you move towards the next phase of your professional career. And as we go through that, and we're kind of setting your goals and talking about some things that are important to you, I want you to think about me sitting here waiting for the cable guy and how I'm dividing up the job of moving. For instance, there's just some stuff I'm going to keep. Maybe it doesn't make sense to anybody else, but it's my stuff. It makes me feel good. It's my environment, which is exactly what you need to do both at work and at home. For instance, this bread box. It was a gift. It's from 1930s England. It really talks to my imagination. It makes me think of big things, great things. And I think that there's some things that you have that are like that as well. My ducks, I know, right? I still have them. They're quirky. They're green. Some of them look like lambs. I don't know. I like them. They're funny. They give me a little humor on some of those tough days when I just don't know how I'm going to make it. And I also have some stuff over here for recycling. This is very similar to some of the ideas and the goals and the projects that you've had at work. They're still good. They're still usable by someone. Someone else will really be motivated by them. So we need to put them in a place so that you can recycle those ideas at work. Give them to somebody else and let them run with them. And then, let's face it, there's the junk. The stuff you don't need at all. For instance, Red Robin sippy cup? Why? I have no idea. You know what? It's gotta go. Why? Because it's clouding my thought process. It's interrupting my list. It's making me agitated and I don't even know it. Now look, there's a couple things that I really want you to think about and some things I know you're not gonna like at all. And that's okay. I'm gonna tell you why you're gonna love them. I can swing you, I know it. Look at it this way. I know that you're worried that I'm going to get you on camera for thousands and thousands of hours online doing Skype, and that's way out of your comfort zone. Don't worry about it. I'm asking for 2 minutes a week. 2 minutes a week, and you're going to see such a vast improvement. Not only are you going to become more aware of your speaking style and your persuasion technique, but you're going to get a chance to see what you look like, how you appear to other people, how to modulate your voice. It is going to give you so much confidence. I can tell you, I've been doing this for years and it still helps me to see myself on camera. I took this class and it was amazing how much I learned. And you can do the same thing at any level. All right, whether you've been doing it for years or you're just getting started, everybody can improve. And I'm going to show you some ways to do that. Your confidence is going to skyrocket. Secondly, you got to write it all down. I know you think that journaling is ridiculous, so let's don't call it journaling, okay? Because I'm not really a big fan either. But I'm telling you, writing it down puts yourself on notice. You'll notice in the proposal that I sent that one of the first things I ask you to do is make a contract with yourself. How much are you worth? That's one of the biggest things we want to do, is elevate your self-perception, something we're going to talk about a little bit later in this presentation when we start to get into goal setting. I think the most important thing is for you to write it down, put yourself on notice. You know what's interesting about writing stuff down? Not only does it make it real, but on top of that, as you reach smaller goals, you'll see that other goals fall away because their importance decreases. It's very interesting. You're going to learn a lot just by writing some of the stuff down. Crossing it off, getting rid of it, changing it, all of this is going to happen. Now, I recently read an interesting statistic that I think that you will also relate to, and it's this. Women, whether they're running for office or looking for a promotion or asking to be included in a group, always like to be invited. Men don't care about that. If they want to run for office, they run for office. Now, obviously, you're a man. But I know that being invited and being included and feeling a part of things is important to you. So going in the door, we know this is something we have to overcome. It's something I have to overcome. And for all you know, the people you work with have had to overcome it. So great. We're going to come up with some skills to give you an opportunity to say, you know what? I'm not waiting for an invitation. I'm going to go. And I'm telling you right now, you have all the skills in the world. One of the things I know that you're concerned about is your lack of a college degree. And you know what? I can relate to that. Sure, I went to school back in the day, but I just finished my undergraduate degree last August. And I'm not going to graduate with my master's until now. And you know my age. So really, it's taken so long. But that means that the bulk of the time that you knew me and all those years that we built that department, I didn't have a college degree either. So we're going to put that on the long-term goal list, okay? One of the most important things I think you can do now is start thinking about people in the workplace and at Midway that you admire. I already know that there's a list of people that you don't love that much. Some of those people are people you do have to learn to deal with so that you can reframe their idea of you and they can start to see you as promotable. And one thing that will really help you with that is if you start to take note of what they're wearing, some of the business organizations that they think are important, who do they hang out with in the business? These are people that you need to get familiar with. They will start to identify you with that, and you will be included more than you've ever dreamed. So look, there's a couple things I want you to think about going forward. There's 4 things specifically that I want you to think about as we start doing some goal setting in the next 6 weeks. One is, I want you to write down all your initial thoughts and goals going forward. These things can change. We know it's a living document. I'm good with that, and I think you'll be good for that too. Number 2, I want you to start really tapping into your contacts, both within the industry that you're in and the industry without, and start looking for a professional mentor. Number 3, I want to make sure that we find some ways to really elevate your self-esteem in this and give you some confidence. And one way you can do that is to go ahead and nail out that 2-minute presentation. It's the first one, all right? So don't get crazy. We are going to take whatever we get, which I'm sure is going to be great, and we're going to tailor it for exactly what you want to achieve goal-wise. And number 4, you gotta declutter. I'm not kidding. I know what your office looks like, all right? Your office clean looks like what my house looks like right now, and I'm in the middle of moving. Don't lie. I know this. I know this about you. You will be shocked by how much better you will feel once you clear that out. You will be shocked by how much other people think that you're on top of it just because your work environment is clean and tidy and you know where everything is. And I can guarantee you, you have a Red Robin sippy cup in there somewhere. Get rid of it. I am telling you, not only will you feel better, but other people will be like, hey, something's going on with Sean. Something's different about him. It's amazing what something that little can do. All right, so those are your 4 goals going out. We're going to be together working on this for a long time. It's going to be fun. It's going to change your mind about yourself. And I can guarantee you that by the time we get done with this, you'll either have found a way to love working where you are, you've gotten some people on board with thinking, or you've opened up a whole new horizon of things that you want to tackle. We're going to do this together, and it's going to be awesome. So get going. Go get rid of that sippy cup. Send me your presentation, and we'll talk later in the week about what's next. All right, thanks, Sean.